Bear, Association Manager of the Morgan City Bowling Association. Murray, 2 years since we've been able to get together and do this. We've had COVID, we've had hurricanes. One thing we've had this year when we finally get back together is one of the largest turnouts we've had in quite some time.
This is the best turnout in probably 12 or 13 years. The best that I can remember back then was 48 teams. We have 46 this year.
And I love that we're getting them from out of town. Used to be, this was kind of a Morgan City and New Iberia tournament, but we got a few different locations this year where our fans are from.
We have teams from Houma, New Iberia, Lafayette, and we had one from Baton Rouge, but they're not in the finals this year.
Outstanding. And through 2 shifts, we got down to our stepladder finals. We'll take a look at how that went. For the second year in a row, we've got a team that finished 5th in the stepladder has reached the semifinals, and that is Sabrina Bork and Butch Bork from New Iberia. You see they were the 5th seed, and they beat Tamara Oquan and Pat Thibodeau from Morgan City. That advanced them up against the 3rd seed, Karen DeLon and Chandler DeLon, also from Morgan City, and they beat them as well. And so we have Sabrina and Beth now ready to take on the 2nd seed, Liberty Falgout and Anthony Falgout. So we've got a New Iberia versus Morgan City matchup here in the semifinals. We'll get them going here. It's 10 frames, 2 bowlers, handicap scoring. What are the handicaps?
100% of the difference between your average and 220. So if you've got a 200 average, you subtract from 220, and that gives you a 20-pin handicap.
All right, so that works out to about two marks worth in favor of Liberty and Anthony, or actually Sabrina and Butch will get the 21 pins, and they will step up now, and it will be Liberty Falgout of Morgan City leading off. Brooklyn isn't able to finish the strike, comes up with an 8 count. And here is Sabrina Bork now, her first frame. Nice gentle curve in the pocket and another 8 on the other side.
Actually, Anthony and Liberty are spotting them 42 pins.
Oh, okay.
42 pins, which would be 4 marks.
Oh, just misses the 610.
Curved off right at the end.
And that leaves an early opportunity for the Borks. Sabrina picks up the spare. And now the men will step up. It will be Pat Thibodeau. Will be first, and he is on lane 22. Where on lane 21 will be Butch Bork. Of course, they will switch.
I believe Sabrina and Butch are from New Iberia.
Isn't that what I said?
I didn't hear.
I thought I said New Iberia.
I didn't hear you.
Pat with a 9. Bork. Big bend. The ball cannot find that sweet spot here in the first frame.
Both of our teams here in this match are husband and wife.
And Pat will pick up his spare. I said Pat, excuse me, that's Anthony Falgout. And Butch, a little bit too much. So the mark they lost with the ladies first, they regain with the men. Here's Sabrina. Sabrina's working on a spare from the first frame. Another 9 count this time, leaving the 5 pin.
Butch and Sabrina have bowled in this tournament, I think 5 times before this. This is their 6th time. They've never won it, but matter of fact, they never made the finals.
No, I don't remember seeing them before here in the TV finals. So congratulations to them. Another 9 count. Liberty likes to cross that head pin. There's another spare for Sabrina. Liberty Falgout. Uh-oh. We've got us a rowdy peanut gallery in the back here, Murray. And they're going to let her know that they saw that. All right, here's Butch. Butch spared in the first frame, and he'll pick up the strike there.
Butch opened in the first frame.
Butch was open?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
He missed a 10 pin.
You're right. It was Anthony with the spare. Good looking ball right there. It's in. Into the strike.
There's a good ball.
Anthony, I think, has some TV time with us.
Yes.
I don't remember seeing Liberty, but I believe Anthony has made it to the TV
Anthony's
finals.
been in the finals a couple times.
All right, 3rd frame. Score is virtually the same, or the difference is virtually the same as it was as we started. And Sabrina will leave an 8 count again. And Liberty looking for that finish. She's got 2 open frames to start here in the 3rd. She gets the strike. Her ball has kind of a late snap to it. It just kind of looks like it's going to be a gentle curve, but then it catches somewhere
It
at the
just
end.
kind of slides off a little bit.
Sabrina picks up her spare. Nice pickup.
This is Anthony's 2nd time on TV.
Okay.
He's never won it, but he's been on the TV before.
Anthony's working on a strike here. And there's a 9. And Butch doubles up. Murray, it's good to be back here after 2 years. Last year, the place was not even open.
Right.
We were
Charlie-
concerned that we had lost bowling here, but John Broussard stepped up and renamed the place Steelwood Lanes, and it's a process for him. You see,
Well-
not a great deal of difference as far as renovations, but a lot of them are coming. One thing I really like that's kind of neat. He took the masking away over the pin setting machines, and you'll see that when the ball's headed down there. The pin setting machines are totally exposed now, and that's just a neat look.
John likes the antique look,
Mhm.
the way it was years ago. And that's what he's trying to accomplish, is
And-
you know, the old time look.
And one thing that has happened over the years, this house opened in 1962.
Correct.
And these are the original wood lanes. We still have the same ones on these 24 lanes. Now, over the years, you've had bigger places build, but some of them have transitioned. A lot of the major chain houses are going to synthetic lanes. This bowling alley now here in Morgan City is the largest in the country, still with its original natural lanes. So
Correct.
that is a very unique thing that suddenly, thanks to the changes that have been occurring in this industry, suddenly we have this very unique feature here in Morgan City.
This is still the original machines that they in 1962.
Wow. Good pickup from Anthony.
Hey,
They've done a lot over here. I can remember many times doing this tournament where we've had to have uncomfortable pauses because the pin setting machines jammed or otherwise malfunctioned. And the last few years we've done this, it's run very smoothly. And I just jinxed us. Probably one of them will catch on fire before the day's over. I don't know if we can. They usually have a couple of attendants back there. The old
yes, he's got two.
The
two
heroes
people.
of the bowling industry, the manual pin setters, are back there making sure that it's Jonathan Spinella is one of them. Rick Sartwell. Sartell or
Sartwell.
Sartwell.
Yes.
Sartwell. Okay. They're back there making sure that the.
Jonathan is one of our high school bowlers that just moved on up to college, and he has been really bowling well. I guess Rick would be considered the head mechanic.
Yeah, he was out here running the oiling machine a little while ago. So one thing that has been unusual this year that we haven't had to do because of the larger attendance is these two particular lanes we've normally been able to set aside for the TV finals, and that's it. But today they had to be used for shift bowling, so they oiled them just about an hour ago. And well, you can tell how does that affect you when you get lanes that have been that freshly oiled?
It just it's not that it affects you; it's the fact that it doesn't affect you. There's no dry spots. You know, the ball will tend to react the way it's supposed to.
Okay. Liberty had a strike for the Falgoos a moment ago, and here is Anthony now. He's working on a strike.
That is Liberty. She's got a turkey. 3 in a row.
That's right. Liberty's on 3 in a row.
Yes.
And Anthony, 2 in a row.
2 in a row.
He gets the double. Butch was open in the 4th frame. Anthony is not letting the pressure of bowling on TV get to him. And Butch, oh!
8 count.
I think that's the 4 pin that just did not want to.
Yes.
Didn't want to cooperate. So we're going to finish up the 5th frame here. Butch and Sabrina are going to have a narrow lead, maybe a little bigger depending on what this, oh, we missed. So with the open, it's only going to be about an 8-pin difference between the two. And with that, we're going to take a quick break. Stay with us. This is the Mac Russo Memorial Mixed Doubles Bowling Tournament. Welcome back to the KWBJ Courtesy Toyota, a Courtesy Automotive presentation of the 37th annual Mac Russo Memorial Mixed Doubles Bowling Tournament. Chris Hunter here along with Murray Abear, and we are here in the semifinals. A couple of husband and wife teams, Liberty and Anthony Falgo of Morgan City, taking on Sabrina and Butch Bork from New Iberia. Liberty and Anthony have a narrow lead. As we start the sixth frame, here is Sabrina. Sabrina working on a spare, and she picks up a 7 there. She got that sleeper right there with the 2-8. And that's the head pin. And now Liberty, 3 strikes in a row. Oh, not this time.
That's a 4-5-7 split.
Sabrina, nice pickup. And this can be a nasty little baby split right here. She ends up with the 8. Gets a little razzing from the peanut gallery again. All right. Butch Bork has been open in his last 2 frames. Let's see if he can get it turned around here. Little pocket, and there's the strike. Anthony Falgo was on a double. Takes his time, delivers, 3 in a row. There's the turkey.
Anthony is one of the better bowlers here in town. He's had a number of 300 games, I think 9, and some 800 series.
I know some of these guys like to travel around a little bit.
Anthony
is
is in amongst a group of several bowlers that he bowls in Homa, he bowls in New Iberia, and then he bowls in several tournaments. I know he bowled in the Cypress Lanes tournament in Mississippi, which was canceled this year, but he has bowled in it.
Sabrina picks up her spare.
Sabrina and Butch, they bowl in a lot of grandparents tournaments.
Okay.
They have bowled in tournaments all over the state,
I didn't know
in
they
the
had
South,
those.
actually.
And that one never found its curve. So that closes the gap again a little bit. Butch working on a strike, and he just chopped off the head pin there, leaves a 7 count. We want to thank Courtesy Automotive Group for sponsoring the tournament this year. Go see Ed and Company for a great deal on a courtesy Ford or Toyota or used. Do they do used vehicles over there too, Sonny? They do use pre-owned. They call them pre-owned. We'll say that. Once again, thank you to Courtesy Toyota. And while we're throwing out the thanks to John Broussard and Sarah Broussard here at Steelwood Lanes. We are so pleased to be back here in the house and looking forward to the changes that are going to be coming in the future months. They tell me we're shooting at a January 13th grand opening. January 13th would be the anniversary of the building's original opening back
Correct.
in 1962.
Yes.
Anthony on his second ball. He's got the 7 pin down there. That's not the 7, that's the 4, isn't it?
Correct. That is.
Well, now it's gone.
It was the 4. Can we announce who's on the air?
And one thing we had talked about, speaking to John Broussard earlier, is one of the things we really wanted to see happen as we got the house open again and started getting into tournaments was to see some guaranteed money. A lot of times tournaments are based, the purse is strictly based on
Entries.
On the entries. But this year, thanks to some sponsorships around the area, we've been able to guarantee
Morgan City Bank, Burn Equipment Rentals, and First National Bank of Jeanerette all donated money to help with the prize fund. And then we have door prizes this year from Uncle Jay's Custom Boats, Klutz Jewelers, Southern Bloom Boutique, and we'll let Butch bowl and then we'll finish those out.
All right. Butch needs something good here. 8 was not what we were looking for. Still a close match, though. Less than a 10-pin difference.
We also had Canada's Food Mart donated some door prizes, Cajun Bowl out of Nigeria, and the Galley here in town.
Very
Carlos
good.
Azagira.
We thank all of those sponsors. Anthony spared in the 7th, and here in the 8th, he gets back into the strike mode. And Butch will pick up his spare. So now the difference is 23 pins. It really hasn't changed. Neither team has been able to either establish a run to pull away or close the gap. We're virtually right where we were to start with.
Yes.
9 count for Sabrina. We're in the 9th frame here. Couple of spare opportunities here. Sabrina will pick up hers. And Liberty got off to a slow start, but she picked it up here. Last couple of frames, she had 3 strikes in a row at one point. She'll make her spare. And that keeps her 19 pins ahead of Sabrina.
Liberty is coming in with a 136 average. And she had 180, 158, and 160 in the shift qualifying round, which is terrific.
She's a little back down, closer to her average now in this match.
But the 3 strikes she had really helped them out a bunch.
Big bend and a strike. I'm seeing hands up all over the place. What did I miss? Butch with the spare. All right.
It's something I don't know about.
We will come to the last frame. There's an inside joke in the building
Right.
here.
It might be a new Iberia thing.
So here in the 10th, Sabrina almost had a split there. Fortunately, she got that seven down. And that will keep the opportunity for a spare. Everybody's working on a mark here in the 10th.
And Anthony's working on a double.
Liberty spared in the 9th. That hung way out over the gutter before coming back in and delivering the strike. Say that she was riding board 1 there. Sabrina picks up her spare. But I think that strike for Liberty puts them in excellent position to close this out.
With Anthony working on a double like it is, that's
that looks good. Oh. Sabrina will close out with a strike.
good finish.
All right, so Sabrina going to finish up with a 187.
She was well over her average. Her average was 158, so she did well. But I think the strikes that Anthony and Liberty were able to string together is the difference.
Sabrina closes it out. Picks up her spare. And Liberty, excuse me. So she comes up with a 169. And now Butchpork. 10-pin just will not cooperate. He needed it. He really needed that strike. And it thought about it, but held its ground. And now, as we said, Anthony is working on a double.
Any kind of pin count here will close them out.
He'll take it right down the middle and get the 9. So it looks like Liberty and Anthony Falgout will move on to the finals to take on our top seed of the tournament, Lindsey Cox of Morgan City and Bubba Colward of Thibodeau. Butchpork will spare, so he's got one more toss coming, as does Anthony. Oh, excuse me, Anthony still trying to pick up his spare. He's got the 9-pin, and he got it. One last time for Butch, and he will get the 8 count. And that will give him a 151. Where did that put him as
He's
far
a
as
little
his
bit
average
short
goes?
on his average. His average is 160.
And Anthony carried a 208 into the 9th, through the 9th frame, and that will end up with the strike there, or with the 10 count, a 228. Good finish for Anthony. As we said, Anthony and Liberty Falgout will now take on Lindsey Cox and Bubba Colward in the finals. So there's your final score, 498 to 460, a 38-pin win for the Falgouts. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back with more of the Courtesy Automotive KWBJ Mac Russo Memorial Mixed Doubles Tournament. to thank everybody who's watching us on YouTube right now, the KWBJ Live YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Ring the bell. Is that how you say that, Sonny? Ring the bell, and you'll hit the subscribe button and ring the bell.
Give us a like.
And give us a like while you're at it. You'll start getting notifications. In the meantime, we are kind of in pause here as we'll take a few moments and allow Lindsey Cox and Bubba Colwart give them a couple of practice tosses to get warmed up, and then we will return. So stay with us. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Welcome back to KWBJ and the Courtesy Automotive Group's presentation of the 37th Annual Mac Russo Memorial Mixed Doubles Tournament. Chris Hunter here along with Murray Hebert, and we have reached the final match. Lindsey Cox of Morgan City and Bubba Colwart of Thibodaux were the top seed in shift play earlier today, and they will take on the second seed, the husband and wife team of Liberty Falgoux and Anthony Falgoux, both of Morgan City. There is your stepladder. You saw the Borks from New Iberia as the fifth seed managed to reach the semifinals, but couldn't close out against the Falgouxs, and they advance here to take on the number one seeds, Lindsey and Bubba. Murray, once again, happy to be here at Steelwood Lanes, the new name under the new ownership, local ownership of John Broussard. One thing John was telling me he wants to see happen as we move forward here is to get more youth bowling going on again. He was a little concerned about, people were afraid that he would be a little too kind to the league bowlers at the expense of the youth bowlers. He wants the leagues going, but you got to get those youths in. We lost a lot of youth bowlers here, and he's going to really try to gear this both event-wise and facility-wise to the youths.
Correct. All the way up to the USBC office, main office, everybody is of the belief that the youth bowlers are our future, and they're doing tremendous new things to attract the youth bowlers, and John is following right on along, trying to do the same here.
One thing I know has happened is that this is now a 100% no smoking facility.
Correct.
And that will, I know a lot of people will appreciate that. They still have the pool tables upstairs, and they're going to refurbish that area, but I think a couple of pool tables are going to come back down here. They're also going to reopen, when this place was originally built, there was a dance floor. I didn't know this, but I know it now. There was a dance floor over there way in the corner on the Wyandotte side of the building, and they're going to try to reestablish that and get some live music in here on the weekend nights and on Sundays, and
there
just try
is
to
a
expand
DJ.
it more into the idea of not just being a bowling alley, but an entertainment center.
Correct. There is a DJ booth on the far end, on the Wyandotte side, and it hadn't been used in, I know, 36 years, because that's how long I've been bowling. And it hadn't been used, but he would like to get that incorporated into the new system.
And what used to be called Duke's Lounge upstairs, I don't think that's going to be in effect anymore. You can still get a beer on the premises, but I don't think you're going to be able to get it upstairs. That's going to be more of a an age-friendly, not necessarily youth-oriented, but not limited age-wise upstairs. Right. You'll have the pool tables. There's a shuffleboard table up there, but a little more family-friendly atmosphere, both upstairs and down. Speaking of Youth League, that happens on Tuesday nights, and of course the local high schools will be bowling here in January, as they have. Liberty Falgoux with a strike on her in her second frame. Only a 3-pin handicap difference. Was it 3 or was it
3?
9? It was 3. Okay.
104 to 101.
Okay, just for this game.
Right.
So virtually even, and Anthony ends up with an open frame in his first frame.
Bubba is from Thibodaux. He has bowled a lot in Homa, and they've started more and more have come into Morgan City. They like the atmosphere. They like the lanes. They like, so they are bowling more in Morgan City than they used to.
Lindsey throwing that backup ball right there that men simply can't throw. That's a ladies only thing. The hands are up here again. I'm not sure what that means. I think, well, they're holding up. Maybe it's because there's a 5. She left the 5 pin.
That's got to be it.
We have a passive-aggressive crowd here at Steelwood Lanes. She picks it up. Here is Bubba now. He had a he was open on the first. Well, it'll be
He
Anthony
had the
first.
looked like the 4-7-10 split, I believe.
Anthony was open in the first frame as well. Big hook. And we got another sleeper. At the 1-5-7 here. I love this ball Bubba throws. You don't hear it make contact with the lane. You hear the ball start rolling. Love it. Has some velocity to it as well. And he leaves the 10 pin.
Another bowler that throws the same type, is not loud as Kenny Keaton. He's probably the smoothest bowler I've watched outside of the pros. He just slides it right along.
I used to do some league bowling with David Price, and he threw the same kind of ball. Actually, that last one, I actually heard it hit a little bit. It wasn't one of his better balls, or as good as what he was throwing in practice. Did Kenny bowl today?
Kenny bowled today, yes. He did not make the finals. He bowled with a lady from New Iberia.
Oh, didn't get it out there enough, and that's 2 opens for Bubba.
So far, the 2 ladies are carrying the teams.
Lindsay gets a little too much of the head pin there, and she'll leave the 2-4-7. Liberty, meanwhile, working on a strike. She's the only player working on a strike here in the third. There's a double. Lindsay picking it up again. As she said, she was well over her average in shift bowling earlier today. Kind of fell back down to her average in the semifinal. She's starting out strong here in the finals. Lindsay with that backup ball, and the 7 does not cooperate. That leaves us tied through 2.5 frames. Just a 5 count for Anthony that time. He is actually a 4 count. He's struggling here in the finals. Bubba got that one down nicely, and there's a strike. Leaves the 5. And I believe we just have a 1 pin difference at this point in favor of Lindsay and Bubba. But you've got Liberty Falgout working on a double here. And she's feeling it. She's dancing as she sets up this shot. Totally relaxed. Puts the ball down.
6 count.
And that's a 6. Looks like 7, but is that is the 9 back there? Looks like a 7.
Okay.
7 count
Yep,
from here.
7 count.
Lindsay with that backup ball for the strike. Nice pickup. Pin lead for Anthony and Lindsay coming into the fourth frame. Actually, halfway through the fourth frame. Bubba's working on a strike. And he's feeling it now. Anthony has yet to mark here through 3 frames. He needs to get going again. Got a 228 in the semis. He's gonna be hard pressed to match that if he doesn't get this turned around. And oh, that 9-pin just cooperated. And one of the pin setters back there blew on it. So Liberty's going to get ahead here a little bit and throw her ball in the 5th frame. She's working on a spare. And she'll get an 8 count. Big hook.
They got a mark.
Finally got on the board. Tell you what, John and his crew did a great job just getting the house here ready for this tournament. When you consider the roof issues they've had over the past few weeks, the roof turned out to be having some water damage problems from the constant rain and the storms, and really the middle lanes were not available today. Everything had to be done here on the outside frame, the outside lanes, 1 through 8, I believe, and 16 through 24.
13, well, 9 and 10 is not a water issue. That is a mechanical problem.
Oh, okay.
But 13 and 14 and 15 and 16 had water damage. And I don't know if they can show the system that John has put up over those lanes to collect the water and drain it out.
I don't think he wants to.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. But he's had some major, of course, the place closed down for several months, or 2 or 3 months and then John took over and opened it back up, and he's been fighting hurricanes, he's been fighting COVID-19, he's been fighting a little of everything trying to get the place running. It's been 1 step forward and 2 back almost.
But it is open.
It is open. We are bowling.
Bowling leagues on the weeknights and trying to get open for the open bowling on the weekends. That's been issues. That's been weather issues as well as COVID issues. We really want to get the open lanes going again.
Well, the bad thing, or the thing not going for him, is that this is football season.
That doesn't help either.
Saturdays are terrible if LSU's playing. Nobody wants to go bowling, they're watching TV. And the Saints are on Sunday.
And I know a lot of the football fans appreciate that that you guys moved this tournament a few years ago. It used to be held in the winter around January, February. Y'all moved it to the fall, but y'all always make sure that it falls on the day of the Saints
or not playing,
off week.
Yes. Either the off week or if they're playing on a Monday night. That's what we look for.
All right. That gets away from Anthony. Another open frame. We're done in 5, and with that, we're going to take a quick break. Stay with us. You're watching KWBJ and Courtesy Automotive Group's coverage of the Mac Russo Memorial Mixed Doubles Tournament. Stay with us. Welcome back to Steelwood Lanes here in Morgan City, the Mac Russo Memorial Mixed Doubles Tournament, sponsored by KWB, or the TV coverage sponsored by KWBJ TV and the Courtesy Automotive Group. We are through 5 frames of our final match. Lindsey Cox and Bubba Colwart against Liberty and Anthony Falgu. Right now, Lindsey and Bubba with a 6-pin lead.
Bubba's working on 3 strikes. And I think Liberty is working on a spare.
Lindsey with a strike. Bubba, I think, finds it warm in here. He's walking around with a portable fan. I've never seen that. Liberty a little bit light on the head pin, and that is going to be a tough split to pick up right there. That is a 210. Coming from the right side, that's going to be difficult. Be tough coming from the left side either.
You're right. Anthony and Pat Thibodeau, who bowled earlier, and Kenny Keaton all did a whale of a job getting our sponsors and door prizes. They did all the legwork to get all the door prizes.
Great job. He did a fine job. And Bubba looking at the 710. And that was disappointing. Anthony dropped his ball just as Bubba was in mid-delivery.
And it was like an explosion.
Subtle. Very subtle gamesmanship there.
At least it was not on a makeable spare.
Yeah, and then he turns around and throws a strike. And we found out what the hand up means. Go ahead, Murray.
The hand with 5 fingers in the air means that somebody left the 5-pin.
That's what we thought, but there's more to it than that.
If they don't pick it up, then they have to buy everybody in the house a drink.
No, everybody who was holding up the hand.
Right. We learned something that we didn't know today.
It's one of those things they don't do on the Professional Bowlers Tour.
Right. That I know of.
And that's a local custom. It doesn't exist here, but we're told they're trying to get it going here at Steelwood. 9 count for a 7, but leaving the 7-pin by Lindsey. I guess there's no penalty, or you're not in danger of anything having to buy the next round if you leave the 7. This is going to be a very difficult pickup for Lindsey throwing that backup ball. It won't happen.
She almost came closer to the 10-pin than the 7.
All right, now Bubba got out here early and picked up his ball while Anthony is preparing to deliver his shot here in the 7th. What will he do? He'll play it straight. Anthony doubles up.
A double.
He doubles up. Needs a strike. Does not get it. Leaves the 8 pin.
9. 9 pin.
No, that's the
No,
8.
Okay, 8. I'm sorry.
So Lindsay getting ahead here going into the 8th. On the Brooklyn leaves the 7 again. Boy, that's tough. You know it's a tough pickup, and then to have to face it 2 frames in a row. Bubba gets his spare. So last time she left it way out in the middle. This time she took a more direct approach and ended up in the gutter early. That's just a tough pickup.
Overcompensated.
Sir Liberty is working on a strike. She steps up here for the 8th frame. Lindsay and Bubba up by 22 pins, as you saw on the score just now. But double now for Liberty. Anthony working on a double. They're in a great position right now. Bubba working on a spare here in the 8th. And picks it up.
Smooth.
Murray, having the place closed for a few months like that, how did it affect things with the Morgan City Bowling Association?
Well, we were in limbo. We didn't know what was going to happen. I was in contact with the national organization a couple times a week, telling them, keeping them abreast of what was going on. And they worked with us, and really and truly, they supported us. Not making us do anything that would, I was afraid they were going to make us close down and then start over again if the bowling center opened up. And they worked with us and said, no, we want y'all to stay open. We'll be behind you if anything you need.
It was a tough situation, and I know Charlie Bergeron did not want to close the place, and he just really had no choice. But we got it back, and now we have a turkey from both Liberty and Anthony Falgout, and they are strongly in command here now. We go to the 9th, and Lindsay finds the pocket, and the 9 pin does not cooperate. They're going to have about a 30-pin lead going into the 10th here. And I'm not going to say that's impossible to pick up. But you have to be near perfect. Both of them really would have to be near perfect. That helps. That helps right there. Saws off the 1 and ends up with a 6 count.
That was the one thing he didn't want to do.
No, still a makeable spare.
But the pin count hurt.
But then he gets helped by an open frame from Lindsay in the 9th. Oh, that just made it worse. So the door stays open.
Actually, it comes open a little bit more.
Bubba's working on a strike, and if he can string a couple together, he can make a late rally here. This is Bubba's 9th frame. Put that down beautifully. But 8 count.
Came up a little bit high on him.
Leaves the 3-6. Is there a sleeper back there behind the 3? From this angle, I can't see it. It's an 8. All right, it's an 8. He'll pick up the strike, keep the pressure on, or pick up the spare rather. Keeps it close. Now we head into the 10th. It's 33 pins on the scoreboard, but Liberty Falgo will be working on a turkey, whereas Lindsay is on an open frame. And she will not get a strike here.
Another strike would just about close it out.
I agree. We neglected to ask them to turn off the jukebox before we got started. And they're taking full advantage of it. And there is 4 strikes in a row for Liberty Falgo. And a nice pickup on the spare for Lindsay.
It will take a miracle.
Liberty, I think, is going to be well above her average.
Right.
She's got a 112 on the score sheet after 6. She's going to be over 200. Delivers 5 in a row.
That's it.
Strong finish. I think we can put this one in the books now.
Yeah.
Liberty and Anthony Falgo are going to be the winners here in the 37th annual. I guess we can still call it annual. We lost last year's, but
well,
they were doing it every year before that. Technically, it's not annual anymore, but it is the 37th Mac Russo Memorial Mixed Doubles Tournament.
They actually had the Mac Russo last year, but it was in Liberia.
That's true. That's true.
But we didn't count that as the 30. This actually would have been the 38th, but we didn't count last year.
Didn't count that in the numbers. Okay.
In, New Liberia.
6? No, not 6. But she's got a 231. Outstanding. What was her average? Coming in?
136.
130, almost 100 pins over her average. That's excellent.
That's right. Yesterday was Liberty's birthday.
Oh, okay. Happy birthday. Good present. Got a little cash money prize for her a little later. Bubba will finish up. Try to finish up strong here. And the strike, he's going to come up just short of 200 even if he strikes out here. Anthony, we mentioned, had a 228 in the semifinals. He is not going to approach that either. 6 with a split. Ouch.
Thank goodness for his wife.
Fortunately, Liberty was on her game. 59 pins right there. We still finish. That's going to get a little closer. But Bubba's going to make it respectable here. See if he can close this out with three strikes. Best Anthony can do is a 158, and that's going to be difficult. Give it a shot. Oh, couldn't get it to carry enough, so he will settle for a 147. That is a 479 for the Falgoos.
We're going to call it 479 for Liberty.
Nice finish for Bubba. 3 strikes, he'll get a 194. And that finishes them up with a 437. So 63 pins is the difference. Liberty and Anthony Falgo are the champions. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back with the prize presentation. Stay with us. Here we go. Welcome back to Steelwood Lanes here in Morgan City, and we are done with the 37th annual Mac Russo Memorial Mixed Doubles Tournament. Murray Hebert with the Morgan City Bowling Association is going to make the presentation of our top 5. So Murray, take it away.
All right, 5th place, we have Tamara Okwa and Pat Thibodeau.
Thank you, Murray.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job.
4th place, we have Karen and Chandler DeLone, the mother-son team. All right, Tamara.
Good job. Congratulations, y'all. Thank you. All right, 3rd place.
We have our New Iberia team, Sabrina and Butch Bork.
Sabrina and Butch Bork, congratulations. Good job, y'all. Coming in from New Iberia. Hope y'all had a good time. All right.
Come back next year.
All right, let's
Second
get our
place
second
was
place.
Liberty Cox and Bubba Colwart.
Lindsay Cox. Lindsay Cox, congratulations. Good job, y'all. Thank you.
And our first,
All right, our champions. The championship stays here in Morgan City.
Anthony and Liberty Falgu, a wife and husband team.
Well, we have Liberty. Let's get Anthony over here. Are we going to talk about the amount of the prize? Anthony, you holding back because Liberty basically won the championship game?
Absolutely. She's the only reason that I'm standing here today.
At some point, I was like, "Hey, you got to pull your weight here. Can you pick this up?"
Did you see this figure? She's the only one to pull us.
Wait, he was strong in the semifinals.
Yes.
Not even close. No.
Yes, he was. He was. No, he always he encourages me and he keeps me. I try to do as best as I can, really for him, because I'm just here to have fun with it.
Anthony's the bowler. You're the helper.
Yes.
Okay.
yes.
What is first prize worth this year?
The first prize was $824.
Oh my God.
Happy birthday, from what I understand.
Yes. it is.
That's a good birthday present.
Thank you.
Second was $550, $370 for third, $125 for fourth, and $60 for fifth.
All right,
Wow,
once again,
you did a great
congratulations.
job with this tournament this year.
That's Anthony, Kenny,
Wow.
and Pat.
Great
Hey,
job.
look,
Great
this
job.
is an association. We've done really well together, and we want to have this, play succeed.
Yes.
Y'all did the legwork for getting the door prizes, some of the things that we've never done before.
Like I say, we want to see this place succeed, and
It was a great turnout.
no, it's a great turnout. It
Awesome
really was a great
turnout
turnout.
today. Awesome turnout.
All right,
This was a
and
good
we
story.
certainly want to thank John Broussard
Yes.
for getting this house open up again. It is Steelwood Lanes now, and you need to come check it out. It's going to be a fantastic facility as he continues to prepare it. We want to thank all the sponsors. Go ahead and give them a mention.
Okay, we have John Broussard from Steelwood Lanes. He's the one that helped us put it on. We got Morgan City Bank, Byrne Equipment and Rentals, and First National Bank of Jeanerette all donated money to help the prize fund. We have Uncle Jay's Boats, Klutz Jewelers, Southern Bloom Boutique, Canada's Food Mark, Cajun Bowl, that's the bowling alley in New Iberia, helped us out, and the Galley all donated door prizes.
Yes.
And Kenny Keaton, Pat Thibodeau, and Anthony Falgu were the ones that did the legwork for that.
All right, thank you to everybody who did that. Once again, thank you to everybody here at Steelwood Lanes. Great job. Jerry Polero, who was our scorekeeper during the tournament. Courtesy Automotive Group, we thank you for being our television sponsor this week. And thank you, Murray. Had a great time.
Well, we want to thank y'all and Courtesy for helping us put it on.
All right, thank you to everybody watching, both here and on our YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button, give us a like. We appreciate you watching. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again next time.